welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, of course, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if this was useful or informative for you. I've been really enjoying myself out on the trails today because I am running in a pretty awesome shoe from Mammut. In fact, when you think of trail running shoes, what brands usually come to mind? Maybe Salomon, Hoka, and the like, but Mammut? No, not normally, but today I am reviewing the Mammut Saentis TR Low. This has been a very fun shoe, and I think the word of the day is going to be overlooked and maybe some other combination of fun and agile. So we'll come back to those words. I'd like to thank Mammut for sending me this pair of shoes for the purpose of review, but know that all thoughts and opinions are strictly my own. I've also got an affiliate link down in the description or the pinned comments. You go to Mammut's website if you're interested in these shoes or any other of their products, and it does give me a little kickback if used to purchase any of your products. I'd also like to give a quick thank you to my various sponsors, Hydra Pack, The Feed, and T8. Check out their gear, and I have discount codes and coupons available to you again in the pinned comment or the description down below. Today I'm going to be talking about the build or overall build quality and maybe some of the design elements, the comfort of the shoe, the performance, and lastly the value of the Saentis TR Low. But first, voiceover Chad, why don't you tell us about some of the specs and features of the shoe? On with the run! Woohoo!
Mammut states, the ultimate choice for short to mid-distance mountain runs. Armed with a high grip sole and 4mm drop, our lightest trail running shoe delivers the traction and versatility you need to take on the mixed terrain and vertical gain of your favorite playgrounds. Exceptionally comfort and responsive, its cushioned midsole provides great energy return for a powerful stride, while a breathable upper and rubber toe cap keeps hot spots, stones, and sharp edges in check. With reliable grip, comfort, and protection, the Saentis TR has all boxes ticked for a good day on the trails. As for some of the specs and features, you get a high rebound EVA midsole, engineered mesh upper with overlay reinforcements, TPU toe cap for protection and durability, lace straps for a secure midfoot hold, gusseted tongue, Ortholite performance insole, rubber outsole with about 4mm lugs to my estimate. The stack is unknown, but feels like 28mm in the heel, 24mm in the toe for a 4mm drop, weighing in at 260 grams or 9.17 ounces in a men's size 9.5, and a US MSRP of $139 US MSRP. I should also add that all the B-roll footage you're about to see was recorded after this run, so you're seeing the shoe in its true and current state. Chad, back over to you.
So I've had the Mammut Saentis TR Low trail shoes out for quite a few runs, maybe 6 or 7 runs, and have accumulated over 65 miles in them. Starting off with the overall build and build quality, I think Mammut did a really good job at the overall build in this shoe. In fact, if I didn't know better, I would have thought that Salomon actually made this shoe, and that's a good thing. So first off, and we're gonna pause here for a moment just to show off the shoe a little bit. First off, you get a really stout, heavy-duty toe cap. I mean, you can just see how thick that is, but it does a great job at protecting your toes against stubbing of rocks and roots and such. So yeah, that's really nice. You get all of these really nice overlays, which help add a little bit of structure and support, as well as durability. A lot of overlays around the back here. Just a really nice design here. And you also get these lace straps that come all the way down on both sides of the shoe, which help add even more support on this medial and lateral side of your foot. The tongue is fully gusseted. Again, you get some nice overlays around the eyelet chain there, adding for some more durability. The tongue is expertly padded. Just feels really nice across the top of your foot. Not to get ahead of myself on comfort, but from a design perspective, quality perspective, really nice choice of materials, and just really appreciate the tongue and the overall fit of the shoe. This fabric here is not flexible or stretchy, rather, but it is adaptable to your foot. It just feels really nice, really good choice of material that's fairly breathable, but also feels good around your foot.
And then you do get a standard EVA foam. It's a lightweight EVA foam that has a little bit of rebound. Feels pretty good underfoot, but a little bit more on that when I talk about the performance. A little bit of a flare here on the back. So yeah, that's what you're getting as far as design. And then of course that outsole, I guess I'll show that off to you. There's the outsole rubber. You can see those approximately 4mm lugs. Just digging into the dirt, doing a great job. I had read that the rubber might be made by Michelin, but I was not able to confirm that. But that said, it seems to be holding up really, really well. No real signs of premature wear, so pretty happy with the outsole. More on its performance here in a moment. So the overall build quality and design of the shoe, I really like. Mammut really put a lot of expert thought and choice of materials into that upper. I feel like the overall package of the shoe is going to last a really long time. Mammut is not known for their trail running shoes, but perhaps they should be on the radar quite a bit more because this shoe is designed and built expertly well. So overall build quality and design, I'm going to give a 9 out of 10. All right, so I've got to climb up and over that ridge over there, and then we'll talk about the comfort of the Saentis TR Low trail shoe. Now let's talk about the comfort of the Saentis TR Low trail shoe. Overall comfort, I would describe as the Goldilocks of comfort. It's just right. Now I went true to size, my typical 9.5, and feel like that was the perfect choice. I've never felt my toes reach the end of the shoe, particularly on a downhill section. The comfort of the upper is just spot on. The tongue is expertly padded, and I don't feel the laces across the top of my foot. It's just a nice even distribution across the top of my foot. The gusseted tongue helps hold the tongue in place, but then also offers just a little bit more support and comfort along the medial and lateral sides of my foot. Those lace straps that run along the sides of the shoe doing a great job at holding my foot in place as well. And then I have just enough room in the toe box to keep things comfortable as well, keeping the blood flow. The shoe fits similar to maybe Ultra's standard fit. So just a little bit of width in the toe box, but not so much where things maybe get sloppy. And then moving around the heel, there's some really nice padding and structure around the heel and the ankle in the shoe, helping to hold my heel securely in place. And then you get a little bit of a heel flare as well, so no rubbing or irritation on my Achilles. Moving on to the bottom half of the shoe, that midsole is pretty comfortable. It's soft and offers a little bit of response, and that midsole offers really good adaptive feedback of the trail. But there also lies the one potential issue with the shoe. Midsole and that outsole rubber do not offer a lot of protection underfoot. My foot, I've noticed, especially on longer runs, I get foot fatigue. Not that my foot is tired in the shoe, because it doesn't get tired, but I get foot fatigue from too much stimulation, feeling those rocks underfoot. I think a rock plate would have served this shoe really well. Hey, morning, bud, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, enjoy. And the upside is that you can really feel what's going on underneath your foot, allowing you to quickly adjust and adapt to the foot placement and the rocks and everything, like I said, underneath your foot. Now, I want to be clear, I don't think that that is necessarily a problem, because this shoe isn't designed to be an ultra running shoe. It is designed for those short to middle distance mountain runs. But it was noticed, and I was surprised at how well I could feel all the rocks and everything underneath my feet. So I'm going to give comfort an 8 out of 10. Again, mostly because of the lack of protection underfoot. As not a showstopper or a deal breaker, but it is noticed, and I think it could be improved just a little bit. All right, I got one more ridge here to
climb over, and then we'll talk about the performance of the Saentis TR Low trail running shoe. As for the performance of the shoe, I've got a lot of positive feelings about that. It's a very encouraging shoe to run in, and one that I've looked forward to running in every single time. Morning. Morning. The shoe is very rewarding, especially when you start picking up the pace a little bit. I just find it very, I don't know, encouraging to want to run a little bit more, a little bit faster, or a little bit harder. So starting with that outsole rubber, it does a phenomenal job. I think the grip could be further improved if the lugs were a little more of a bi-directional type of design, but what is there does a really good job gripping onto the dirt and the rocks and everything. Just very confidence inspiring. Moving up to that midsole, as far as EVA midsoles are concerned, this is definitely one of the better formulas. It's soft, but offers some really nice feedback and rebound when needed. It's not a super critical foam that we're starting to become accustomed to, but again, as far as EVA foams are concerned, it's definitely of the better quality and performing midsoles. The shoe is also very flexible. It can really twist and bend and turn as needed, which makes it extremely adaptable underfoot and actually quite nice when going uphill. And that flexibility is actually probably appreciated as a lightweight mountain trail shoe that this is. I mentioned before that midsole does not offer much in the way of rock protection underfoot, but for a short to middle distance type of shoe, that is okay in my book. It's hard to pay attention to what I want to tell you about the shoe and pay attention to the trail. I don't want to twist an ankle. That would be bad news bears. And if you haven't already gathered, the performance of the upper is also spot on. Just really expertly made, holds my foot really nicely in place, really secure, especially on parts of the trail that maybe you're stepping on a rock that's really quite sideways, or the trail, slopes really fiercely in one direction. The shoe does a really good job at holding my foot in place without movement or sliding around. I've never felt any redness or irritation in the shoe at all. So it secures my foot in place and then is just spot on when it comes to the overall padding as well. I mentioned the gusseted tongue. That's a really nice feature. The ankle and heel are, in my mind, perfectly padded and offer enough structure to, again, hold everything in place. So it just helps you perform at your best. And I think that's probably one of the key important things about this shoe. This shoe is not the limiting factor when it comes to performance. The limiting factor would be you. And I think that's why I've felt encouraged in this shoe and why I've always looked forward to my next run. I just know that I'm gonna have a great day on the trail and I don't have to worry about anything else. So overall performance, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. Only reason for a dock of points is because I think just a little bit more midsole stack would be nice, or maybe even a small layer of a supercritical foam. But I wouldn't want that to affect the price. So let's talk about value. The Saentis TR Low comes in at a US MSRP just shy of $140. I think that is a solid price point, especially for a shoe that is fun and encouraging, is built really well, and is overall comfortable, keeping in mind the lack of protection underfoot. I can't think of too many other shoes that are $140 or less that I would rather have. So overall value, I'm gonna give an 8.5, maybe a 9 out of 10. All right, so to wrap everything up, as you can tell, I've really enjoyed my time in the shoe, and it's one that I'm gonna continue using. Perhaps the word of the day should have been encouraging, because that's what this shoe is. It really encourages you to get out there. It's a shoe that I would not hesitate to take up into the mountains, maybe a high alpine, above tree line effort. Now, inevitably, I'm sure I forgot to mention something, so if I did or you have a question, be sure to drop that down below in the comments. I'll be sure to reply. Have you considered Mammut for trail running shoes? I'm gonna wrap up today's run at about 11 miles and almost 1,800 feet of elevation gain. And it's been a wonderful morning. All right, again, be sure to check out my affiliate links. I've also got some of my social links for like Instagram and Strava. If you want to give me a follow there, stay tuned for a lot more content. I've got more shoe and gear reviews, awesome run ventures, and my first 100-mile trail race coming up later this summer, the Ute 100. I'm scared and nervous and super excited. All right, stay tuned for more. Please subscribe if you made it this far into the video and you're not already subscribed, and consider joining the channel membership. It also helps to support the channel, only $1 per month, and I would just really appreciate it. All right, we'll leave this video off as we always do. Remember to be consistent, express gratitude, and enjoy every mile as I have today in the Mammut Saentis TR Low. All right, see you on the next video. Bye now.